Welcome to today's episode. My name is Gerhard from Vital Signs Consulting. And as the name suggests, we coach business owners to monitor the vital signs of their business so they can grow their business and improve their profits. Before we get into today's show, I would like to just suggest a few things, and not only for today, but for everything you do from now on. I would like you to listen to the episodes more than once, and there's a reason for that. Sometimes I would say something and your brain will pick it up, and as you process it, I keep on talking and you miss a few things. So it's always good, maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks even later, just to listen to a recording again. And that's not only for today, but for any recording you listen to. That's also for books, podcasts, exactly the same. The second thing I would like to ask is to listen for that golden nuggets that you can use and implement in your business immediately. Certain people find certain aspects more important than others. Other nuggets that will work for them because of where we are in our business or in our lives. So always listen for that golden nuggets. The third one, research showed that if you take notes, you process better. So if you can, take some notes and go back to them later on as well. So that's the 3 things that I would like you to do from now on when you listen to podcasts, listen to a YouTube video to get that golden nuggets. The aim of our channel is to educate business leaders so they can become leaders in their field. To be in the top 5% of successful business owners, you need to do what 95% of other business owners are not prepared to do. So what are you prepared to do to be in that top 5%? So our topic today is Fail Forward 2.0. So one of our most popular shows were Strategic Failure. And we thought we'll just build a little bit on this topic of failure and leadership. We all think leadership, there's no consequences, it's just always going well. Well, to be a leader and to be a great successful business person, there's a lot of failures, and I want to talk about that. So the reality is if business was easy, everybody would be in business. If there were no risk in business, everybody would be business owners. If we could see into the future, we'd all be billionaires. So the truth is there's no guarantee in business. There's no perfect business. There's no 9 to 5, Monday to Friday in business. There's no looking into the future. And the only way that we move forward is that we're going to make mistakes. We're going to fail forward. We're going to learn from our mistakes. But the mindset that we have is going to determine if we move forward or we're going to give up. I listened to a podcast this week from Justin Papani. He's a stockbroker who spent time in prison and now coaches people that's on their way to prison. Quite an interesting concept. So his failure, he had a choice to say, well, I'm going to jail. And he had a mindset, while I'm in jail, I'm going to learn. So he diarized stuff. He developed lessons to help people that will go to jail, how to prepare them, what to do in jail, what not to do in jail. So even though he was this very successful stockbroker, he failed in what he was doing, but in the process failed forward, and today still have a very successful business. 3 things stand out for me when it gets to Fail Forward 2.0. The one is what people think about you is none of your business. You will never make everybody happy. You will never say things that everybody will say that is true. And the more successful you get in life, the more resistance you're going to get, the more people are going to attack you. So what people think about you, I think, is really say, that is not important, and that is your opinion. The sooner we realize that we cannot say things that everybody will be happy, the better for all of us. I think a second thing that we have to remember about fail forward is that successful business owners take huge risk. I think much more than we would ever take, because they're not scared to fail, stand up and move forward again. A third thing for successful leaders in business is persistence and consistency. If you struggle through things, I think you appreciate it more. The big thing for me is that consistency. We have to keep on doing the small things all the time to get the results that we want. Robin Sharma points out that people like, for example, Mother Teresa, they did not get their hero status just by having a good life. They had some tough times they had to work through. So we must be prepared to fail forward, to struggle, but to move forward and not to get to a point to say, you know what, I'm going to give up. For me, the biggest secret of failing forward is the mindset. That if we fail, it's not to say that is the end of our plan or our project, but you know what? This is actually the beginning. This is where we can plan to change, improve, create, remove, to make this plan work, to move forward. I think people will agree with me that was in business for a very long time, we get to a point where we're unemployable because we've been out of business so long in our own businesses that nobody will employ us. So we do not have a choice. We just have to make things work. With a mindset, if you fail 99% of the time and you succeed 1%, the 1% is what matters, not the 99% that you failed. If you go and meet 100 people and you meet that one person, that one deal, that one opportunity, that is what matters. It's not the 99 people you saw before. So it's really important to have that mindset of failing forward, and that failure is not a bad thing. I also think how we measure success sometimes determines to say, well, we're actually a failure. And a lot of business owners and a lot of people think that if I make a lot of money, I'll be successful, I'll be happy. But how the brain works is that, let's say, for example, we want to earn $100,000, and we do earn $100,000 that year. What is our brain going to tell us? Well, I want 110 next year, or 120. We're going to do next year, we're going to do 120, now I want 200,000. So money should not be the metrics of measuring if you're successful or happy. I think is what you want in life, what is that pleasures, what is the lifestyle you want, and that should be how you measure. And it's not always about money. So steps to fail forward, I think is important, the following. Success is a serial of actions. It's something you do, not something you say. Success, to fail forward, is about a mindset. It's about consistency. And the more action you take, the more successful you will be. So my message to end off is that stop with the excuses. Excuses is just a way for us to stop what we're doing, put it on the back burner and say, I'll do it someday. Use SOS. As soon as you feel that you're starting to make an excuse, stop yourself, observe that I'm making an excuse, and strategize that I cannot stop. I need to move forward. This failure is not a failure, it's just a point for us to start off again, to move forward. Acknowledge your failures and move on. Failure is a way forward. I think you can see that there's no business that's perfect. We're going to have failures. It's how we deal with that failure. This is where we're going to say goodbye to our YouTube listeners. If you think that there's somebody that can find benefit from today's video, please forward to them, share the video, even discuss with them the video. And if you would like to become part of our Worldwide Business Club members, join us on www.patreon.com/Vital Signs Consulting. Join the club, be part of something that moves forward, help you to deal with those failures, be a person that's having your back in growing your business. For the Worldwide Business Club members, stay tuned for our interview after the break.